There is a moment in every person's life when emotions take over, and that moment decides everything. Not the situation, not the person in front of you, but the way you react inside your own mind. Every day, your emotions influence the quality of your choices, the strength of your relationships, and the direction of your entire life. And yet, most people feel overwhelmed, reactive, trapped by impulses they didn't choose. One wrong word can ruin a day. One wave of anger can destroy something precious. One moment of fear can stop a lifetime opportunity. But here is the truth the Stoics understood long before modern psychology confirmed it. Your emotions are not the enemy. Your lack of control is. And once you learn to master the reaction, you master your life. Stoicism offers a practical, proven system to stay calm under pressure, to remain steady when your world shakes, and to respond with clarity instead of chaos. In a world full of distraction, uncertainty, and emotional overload, this ancient philosophy becomes not just helpful, but essential. In this video, you will discover how Stoic wisdom trains the mind to remain unshakable, no matter what happens around you. If you're ready to regain control of your inner world, stay with me. And before we begin, tell me in one word the state you want to build today. Comment. Mastery. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Your reaction is your real power. Most people believe their emotions are the problem, but the Stoics knew the truth. The real problem is the reaction that follows. Life will always send you challenges, disappointments, unexpected changes, and people who trigger you. You cannot control that, but you can always control the way you respond. And that is where your true power begins. Epictetus said it clearly. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Modern psychology confirms the same principle. Emotional reactions are automatic, but emotional responses are chosen. When you pause before reacting, even for a few seconds, you shift from instinct to intention, from chaos to clarity. Stoicism trains you to separate what is in your control from what is not. You cannot control the external world, but you can control your thoughts, your judgments, and your actions. When you master this distinction, emotional storms lose their power over you. Every time you respond with calm instead of panic, with clarity instead of confusion, with discipline instead of impulse, you reshape your character. You become someone who cannot be easily shaken. This is the first step of emotional mastery. Realizing that your reaction is your greatest strength and the only thing that truly belongs to you. Lesson 2. Pause before you respond. Most people react instantly, without thinking, driven by emotion, ego, or habit. But the Stoics understood a timeless truth. A single pause can change the entire outcome of a moment, a conversation, or even a relationship. When you pause before responding, even for one breath, you shift from impulse to intention. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily to wait and examine before acting. This moment of stillness gives you clarity. It separates the heat of emotion from the wisdom of reason. Modern psychology confirms this ancient insight. Pausing activates the rational part of your brain, allowing you to respond with intelligence instead of instinct. In that pause, you regain control. You see the situation for what it truly is, not what your emotions exaggerate it to be. You avoid saying words that cut too deeply. You avoid decisions shaped by fear or anger. You avoid entering battles that were never yours. The pause is not weakness. It is self-mastery. It is the sign of someone who refuses to be controlled by external chaos or internal storms. In a world of instant reactions and impulsive behavior, the person who pauses stands apart as calm, thoughtful, and powerful. Mastering this simple Stoic practice will transform your relationships, your decisions, and your peace of mind. Lesson 3. Turn emotion into information, not destruction. Emotions are not random storms. They are signals, messages from the mind and body pointing towards something that needs attention. But most people misunderstand these signals. Instead of using emotion as information, they turn it into destruction. Anger becomes conflict, fear becomes avoidance, sadness becomes self-doubt. The Stoics saw emotion differently. They believed emotions are natural, but the judgment that follows is optional. When an emotion rises, the Stoic mind asks one simple question: what is this trying to tell me? Anger may reveal a violated boundary. Fear may reveal a necessary challenge. Frustration may reveal a lack of clarity. Modern psychology fully supports this approach. Emotional intelligence is not the absence of emotion, but the ability to understand it without being ruled by it. When you treat emotion as information, you gain power. You stop reacting blindly. You stop escalating situations unnecessarily. You stop hurting yourself or others with impulsive responses. Instead of becoming a slave to emotion, you become its interpreter. Emotion becomes a compass, not a weapon. A teacher, not an enemy. A moment of awareness, not chaos. This shift transforms your inner world. Because once you learn to extract meaning from emotion, instead of letting it ignite destruction, you gain clarity, depth, and a level of self-mastery few people ever reach. Lesson 4. Choose discipline over impulse. Every day, you stand at a crossroads between discipline and impulse. One leads to clarity, progress, and self-respect. The other leads to regret, chaos, and loss of control. The Stoics understood that true freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you feel. It comes from mastering what you feel. Epictetus taught that no one is free if they are ruled by their impulses. And modern neuroscience agrees. Impulsive behavior is driven by the emotional brain, while discipline activates the rational mind, the part of you capable of long-term thinking and meaningful decisions. Discipline is not punishment. It is alignment. It is the ability to choose what is right over what is easy, what is necessary over what is comfortable. When you choose discipline, you protect your future self. You build habits that create stability. You resist the temptations that weaken your mind. You learn to act with intention instead of reacting to emotion. This is how character is formed, not in rare heroic moments, but in daily choices that shape who you become. Impulse is loud, demanding, and short-lived. Discipline is quiet, steady, and transformative. Every time you choose discipline, even in the smallest action, you strengthen your mind and reclaim your life. This is the Stoic path: self-command, inner strength, and the courage to choose the higher road. Lesson 5. Stay calm when the world loses control. The world will not always move the way you want. People will disappoint you, situations will challenge you, and life will unfold in ways you never planned. But the Stoics believed that calm in chaos is the highest form of strength. When everything around you is unstable, your inner stability becomes your greatest advantage. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the mind should remain standing straight and unshaken, no matter what storms rise outside. This calm is not denial, and it is not weakness. It is clarity. It is the refusal to let external noise penetrate your inner space. Modern psychology confirms this. Remaining calm under stress protects decision-making, emotional health, and long-term well-being. Calm doesn't mean you feel nothing. It means you choose how to handle everything. You breathe deeper when others panic. You see the situation without exaggeration. You maintain your dignity when others lose theirs. Your calm becomes a shield, a weapon, and ultimately a message. I am governed by my mind, not by the world. When you stay calm, while everything around you becomes chaotic, you gain power. Not over others, but over yourself. And that is the freedom Stoicism promises. The ability to stand firm, steady, and unshaken, regardless of circumstances. In the end, every part of your life comes down to one simple truth. You are not defined by what happens to you, but by how you choose to respond. Master your reaction, pause before you speak, transform emotion into wisdom, choose discipline over impulse, and stay calm when the world loses control. These practices are simple, but they are not easy. They demand awareness, intention, and daily repetition. Yet if you commit to them, your mind becomes stronger, your direction becomes clearer, and your life becomes entirely your own.